What's going on, everybody? It's your guy, Brain44, coming at you with another episode of the Downloadable Brain Podcast. Today, we're going to talk about how to remain in your power when bullies fuck with you. No! This is going to be specifically focusing on online bullying, but it can be for anybody, whether you experience bullying online or in real life. It started when I was a really, really young boy, and it never stopped. Through school, through any of my jobs, communities, I could never figure out why I was bullied so much, and then I realized people were getting their entire power source just by fucking with me. And even though I wasn't doing anything wrong, they were going out of their way to find things wrong with me, because as long as they do that, it gives them something to talk about, and it gives them a sense of power to make other people feel smaller. But for whatever reason, they see me as an easy target, and I'm here to tell people, not only were these motherfuckers misinformed about me, I don't think they ever understood who I truly am. To anybody who's met me personally, and if you've never met me personally but you're a bully just online, you have no idea who the fuck I am, or my abilities, strength, confidence, and capability. But anyways, so what's going on, everybody? We're gonna get down like Charlie Brown wearing a nightgown. New episode. It's your boy Kimmy providing the skinny. I want to inspire people who maybe go through something similar but do not know what to do, because nobody ever defends them. People are constantly bothering them. The whole idea of bullying is for people to be able to get a sense of empowerment or accomplishment by choosing to pick on others because they may be bored, unfulfilled, unhappy themselves, or they're looking to replace these wounds they have because they bury these wounds so deep inside that rather than heal these wounds, they take out their wounds on other people. I understand, because I used to be a narcissist. I used to have a big ego, and that stems from being bullied a lot. And people who are bullied, like me, often become bullies themselves. I wouldn't say I'm a bully. I don't mind bullying a bully. If somebody fucks with me and they're asking for it, I don't mind making a statement and proving them wrong, showing them who I truly am, since they are misinformed. But it's not really why somebody goes on the internet. We don't make music over the internet so that we can fight bullies. The bully is there because they see our potential, and that's why they're talking shit about us. With podcasts, I guess you can... you want to give me a hard time about a podcast, go ahead and do that. It might even help the podcast out more. And the psychology content, it's all about bullying, but I know I said I wasn't going to do podcasting. I'm afraid I'm just enjoying my own voice a little too much. And it's only a joke now. Before you get carried away and start saying I'm a narcissist who thinks I'm better than everybody, that's bullshit. You're energy projecting. You don't even know me. You're jumping to conclusions. But I'm a musician who likes to record and drop music frequently. It's something I've always worked towards before YouTube was ever even created. So when I made an artist channel, I started showing extra stuff outside of just the music I'm releasing on the channel through YouTube Music, the videos I'm posting regarding music, and the stuff I'm posting on music platforms. Because I knew with YouTube I could be doing a whole lot more outside of music. So I created this channel specifically for music, but I got started with a podcast on my other channel. I do psych warfare content. I used to do tarot, but I kind of got over it. Somebody forced my hand into it, and I decided it's not really for me, but sometimes I admit I still watch tarot readers. I'm just not somebody who wants to do readings, personally. I'm already being bullied a lot, so the bullies wanted to make me feel insecure. They don't know I'm somebody who already has been through that. So if you bully me on the internet, it's something I haven't already been through. But when you get up and close and personal with somebody, that's the best way you can tell a bully's weakness. If you're somebody on the internet who posts anonymous hate comments at me because you make new accounts and wait for me to post, you're a fucking coward. You might as well just comment from your official channel how you really feel if you got a problem with me, but even that, it's like you're going out of your way to attach because you see my potential. I'm not talking about you, you're talking about me, and that's why you do what you do. But so they show negativity at every single thing I post. Sometimes the stuff wasn't good enough. Other times the tracks were a lot better than some of my other ones that were bad. But with bullying, whether you do good, whether you do a good job or a bad job, even if you are in the right and they are in the wrong, the bully just needs to stay attached to you at all costs because they have no energy, confidence, creativity, essence without staying attached to you and your energy and what you have going on. This is why they bully you. Now, I was bullied long before I even tried using a damn computer. So this stuff goes far, far back for me. But the bullying followed me online pretty much from the day I signed up, and it started when I was in grade 1. Never stopped. The reason why it escalated online is no different than the reason it started in grade 1. When people focus on somebody and pick them out to target them and others gang up on them, everybody gets this sense of empowerment, because if you did that on your own to somebody, you would feel far less confident. But then when 2 or 3 other people decide to join in, you get a lot more confidence and you're like, hey, I'm untouchable. I'm going to take out all my unhealed wounds on this person and they're going to put up with it and there's nothing they can do about it. Well, when you do it to me, like, you don't know who you're fucking with. You don't know anything about me. Even if you claim to have grown up with me, you still don't fucking know me. You know the sides of me that made you comfortable when I allowed you to pick on me and allowed you to win. You didn't know the monster within me that could fucking destroy you. Because I can show you and point out to you all your weaknesses. The weaknesses I see that you may not even acknowledge, and the weaknesses other people don't see within you that I can sense just by fucking walking up to you. Sometimes, if you've never met me, just by reading a comment, or in other situations when you're on the phone, whatever the case. But anyways, when I brought my music content to social media, I was already being bullied a lot anyways. So the bullies just needed to make me feel insecure. They showed me a lot of negativity at every single thing I posted. Even if my songs were good, they would silently acknowledge that it was a good song. But if my song was bad, they couldn't wait to shout out how terrible it was. If I did awesome on something, they're like, I can't stand to give this guy any support. And it's like, you're a fucking hater, so just fuck off then. But if they don't fuck off, watch what happens. Let me walk you down the road of a carefully orchestrated destruction of a narcissistic bully, slime bucket menace. And I don't do this just for me. I do it because I knew I was being fucked with by people online every single day, and I wanted to give other people a different perspective than giving up and walking away, which is what I've been hearing a lot from people who get this done to them. And I'm not the first one who's been targeted in groups, but if I can make a difference and show them you fuck with the wrong person, maybe they won't do it to the next guy they're thinking about doing it to. And that's really what gives me confidence and inspiration. But my main thing for doing the anti-bullying content and psych warfare content, narcissism content, is to just shine light on how to remain in your power even if somebody fucks with you every single day of your life, whether it's one person or multiple people. You know you better than anybody else knows you. You know your strengths. You know your weaknesses. Don't let anybody else tell you who you are, because you know who you are. They don't know who the fuck you are. They know that they can get a lot of clout by fucking with you. But when if the clout monster became a little stepping stone in our old expired timeline, where we go from being victims of the narcissist to acknowledging that the narcissist was our stepping stone, and then becoming something better than we could ever imagine. They don't get credit for that. They get credit for being the piece of shit who wanted to see us fail. They get credit for being the piece of shit who would have popped a bottle of champagne at our funeral and laughed and probably collected some insurance money. But we didn't fucking die, did we? And we're not going anywhere. We're just getting started here. And I want to inspire other people. I never want to see another person leave social media again due to being bullied. Even though, of course, I left X and Instagram just because that's all it really is. With YouTube, you can say whatever you want about me, but I'm here making content. So, yeah, it's antisocial. It's kind of unhinged. But aren't everybody here? Especially if they're online bullying you. It makes people feel powerful to gang up on you and never be held accountable. I let people do that to me for a long time. Then I decided, you know what? I'm not going to reason with it. I open up the comments section for anybody and everybody, but since this has been an ongoing occurrence, I want to teach other people how to find their confidence, not let others ruin their rights and freedoms. Enjoy your life without people ruining the experience for you all the time. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying by you finding your confidence that people will stop picking on you. I'm only saying that bullying is the biggest form of weakness, and it often follows narcissistic personality disorder. It's due to the narcissist's weak mentality to only feel comfort when others act the way they expect for their own comfort. Even if they treat you like shit, I say fuck that. Just find your confidence, be yourself, and don't leave social media whenever people decide it's okay to bother you, whether it's one or multiple people, even if they fuck with you daily. You have to take control of your life, own who you are. Even if people dislike it or it makes them uncomfortable, I'm sure you're uncomfortable when you get bullied, right? So your bullies aren't uncomfortable because they feel like nobody can ever do anything about it. That's why they do it. They also feel like neither would you do anything about it. Well, just by not giving up, you already have defeated them because their intention is to run you off and destroy you. That's not going to happen. If you can make them a little bit uncomfortable for being constant bullies, you might even consider it a flex, but it's a waste of time for you. Like I already said, you're here for yourself. You're not here to compete with validation of somebody who would cheer at your funeral. But I'm only here to speak from experience as somebody who has grown up being bullied constantly. So from the time I was a very young child, I was bullied. But even now that I'm 40, I'm bullied more than ever. From people twice my age in some cases, and it's really pathetic on their end, but that's not even me bullying them. That's just calling a spade a spade. It is what it is. They're like a fucking baby if they're that old and they're picking on people, but it really doesn't take much to call an elderly person that bullies people all the time a weirdo. But they definitely reject their age. Instead of giving off that wisdom energy, they present themselves to you like somebody who has experienced a lot of life. They don't. They act like a fucking childish teenager or something, like a rebellious teenager. Hey, I don't know, when you become a parent, do you teach your kids right from wrong? Because the kids should never have to teach their parents. And if it gets to that point, fuck it. If a person twice your age is bullying you, and if it's your parent or it's anybody, they may forever be a lost cause, but there's no signs of them ever wanting to change if they're at that age and they refuse to do it. I created the series Shattering the Illusion of False Power. It lays out a series of different categories, breaking down how bullies think, what you can do about it, how you can take control of a situation, and the after effects of you choosing not to cower and fear the bully. But you would be very surprised to watch the change in demeanor and attitude regarding the bully going from being giddy in your hardships to looking very sad, crazy, cracked out, strange. Somebody with some mental health issues, the bully puts you into that low vibrational energy. I'm not Captain Save and Heal everybody, but people who want to heal are welcome to, and they don't have to listen to me. I'm speaking as somebody who's healed myself, so I hope it makes a difference when somebody who needs to heal hears the message from me. But it's mainly for people who are being picked on and don't have a voice or anybody to stick up for them. The one thing I've never accomplished yet is to make the bully realize some shit about themselves, but it's probably easier to teach people who go through similar things. My help is not open to people who bully others. Yet if my help does help people who bully others, then I guess I made a difference that I never even imagined I could make. But when it pertains to me and it's showing other people that they're taking out all their problems on me and it's okay to do that, everybody says go ahead and take it out on that guy. Their problems were never my problems to begin with, so this is going to challenge the bully's ego, and they will go through various different stages in their mind of breaking down the power structure which was built off of things like your sadness, pain, worry, fear, anxiety, and trauma. What kind of power is that? Your entire source is to rely on somebody else. If you cannot rely on yourself for power, strength, confidence, and creativity, you can't do shit, but it's within you just as much as it's within me. Anybody can accomplish things they want to accomplish. You have to believe in what you're doing. Once you heal from these things, you'll understand, but the bully experiences those same emotions you experienced when you were picked on, or if you're being picked on now. Watch the shift from giddy in your sorrow to sad as fuck in your happiness once you step into your power and you don't let them run you off social media or fuck with your life. So satisfied and partying whenever you fail, and looking like somebody was denied a single cheeseburger on a date to McDonald's. That's going to be the difference. And once that happens, you can be like, fuck you, bitch, you don't know me, you don't run me. Maybe you were misinformed, and you'll notice a change in them very quickly, but that's for people who use things like premeditated psychic bullying to project those emotions onto you. It isn't going to work if you follow what I teach you. You're going to go from feeling like it's time to get off the internet because people are too damn mean or using me selfishly, to feeling like even if they post at me and not to me like a coward, and even if they're chasing clout and they need a lot of attention and validation, so they use like my name but they try to keep it stealthy, and then they make me out to be a problem for them using my name. Who the fuck are you? And maybe you were misinformed. And I have something they can never have. People like that, they don't have talent. I'm not saying they can't develop it. I'm saying if you use somebody else to get attention, you're a fucking idiot and it's time to make some changes. But I have something they can never offer, a different perspective. I have something they can never offer, peace. I have something they can never offer, wisdom. And I have something they can never offer, healing. Those who can offer those things are not out there bullying people every day. But the thing about becoming confident and not letting other people control you, staying true to yourself, is that those same guys or gals who were so eager to sneakily post hate videos at you for clout and some sort of adrenaline rush, or maybe they actually did get money for it, that fake smile and fake laugh while you look at them and their lip quivers in sadness. You know that it's not happiness anymore, and you know that it's not giddiness, because you sense the energy shift. You remained in your power. You knew who you were. You show up with confidence, and they can't do fuck all to you. So you got the quivering lip, the glossy-eyed, timid person admits defeat while they lie their way into dominance through the script, because you just fucking know. When you take a look at that person who devotes every single day of their life to benefiting off of shaming you for their own come up and cheap clout, you'll take one look at them and say, that's right, pussy, you didn't break me, because I already knew what it felt like to be broken. Now I'm back and you'll never break me again. I sense you've lost that empowerment and satisfaction you once held from holding me back, but you will never break me again. Because even if you personally paid somebody who works for YouTube, even if you paid a music streaming platform to hold me back at all costs, you'd be a fucking pussy who got defeated by me at all costs by trying to hold me back. But I am not the one who defeated you. You defeated yourself by throwing your weight around and abusing your job to hold people back. But see, even when I talk like this, I'm not trying to be an aggressor. I'm really not a confrontational guy. People who deserve red carpet treatment from me are going to get it, but it's not going to be what they expect. You don't know me, so stay the fuck out of my energy if you're not here to help or if you don't want to be a friend or supporter, because if you don't want to give up fucking with me and you think it's okay to bully me or other people, you don't want to work with me, you don't want to support what I have going on. If bullying me and causing problems is the intention, I'm gonna transmute the abuse so hard into success that I'm gonna send you into early retirement sooner or later, whatever you're gaining at my expense currently, and whatever's being held back from me now. So that's the type of war mindset that I bring into this shit. It's the mindset of never letting other people stop you from living the life you always wanted to live and the life you know that you are meant to live and deserve. Clearly, if somebody can only gain from using your name or energy as the subject for content, they cannot gain anything without you. Or else they would never do that sort of thing to begin with. Shattering the illusion of false power is a 5-step framework I created on my Kimberly s2ep4, the Shuffle channel on YouTube, which is where I talk about psychological warfare and different aspects of narcissism, how to stick up for yourself, when to react, when not to react. And I do another one called Unmasking the Narcissist, which breaks down the psychological patterns of toxic people who refuse to change, but they just want to bring you down low with them. And that's not the way life works, and you can't control people. My advice is when a bully targets you and a bully hurts you, don't be afraid to tell it like it is, because once you do, the bully will become even weaker. It wasn't just the lip quivering and sadness as the celebration of my losses that once made you smile and feel so good have vanished without a trace, and then never to be seen again. It's almost as if you never had any power or control over me at all. So the lie and facade you put up must be damn near illegal. So fake it must be illegal. Just to succumb to that false illusion that maybe you did hold me back in the beginning or run me off my game was a little head start to a cheap come up by taking shortcuts and cheating. When you use somebody else's name for attention all the time, there's no party time. There's no giddy smiles and laughs about it, just glossy eyes, a quivering lip. The bully was already wounded before they ever targeted you. The bully was already wounded before they ever targeted me. Now they see that they can't stop you. Now that they see that they can't stop me, that false sense of empowerment and false sense of entitlement they once held over you to fix their unhealed childhood wounds have vanished to be gone and never seen again. It must be illegal because that's not empowerment. It's energy harvesting from people's misfortunes, making you out to be a thief, cheat, and overall weak individual for picking on people who don't even fuck with you. Unmasking the Narcissist will tell you things about the psychological patterns and behavior of bullies, since without a narcissistic personality disorder, often followed by a huge ego, there would be no reason for anyone to bully anybody, unless they either have a follower's mentality just to go along with what they see others doing, or they bully the bully back, which is not my advice if you experience it. Yet if they want to bully you, and you know they're doing dumb shit, like posting videos at you but not to you, making their content about gaining off of bothering you, or you know they are making new accounts to comment nasty things to you, you don't necessarily have to always be quiet, but that's what I would recommend. That's what they would want or expect, and it's good to do that for your own peace. But if you feel the need to clap back, then you should. If you feel the need to respond, then you should. Of course, somebody who is cool with people doing that to people will say, oh, the best thing you can do is forgive them, soften up, give them a hug, hug it out. That guy tried to assassinate you on Tuesday, give him a hug on Friday. That's not how life works. You can't come back from that kind of shit. Yet when I fuck up, the worst thing I probably ever did was rant off something stupid I didn't even mean a long time ago when I was drunk. I don't know what the fuck I said to whoever was pissed off at me 10 years ago. That's irrelevant. Do you think somebody who got a mean tweet from me 10 years ago would follow me today, would stalk my new socials? If they did, they're fucked up. You know how many things people have said to me that piss me off? On the internet, it sucks when you're like doing music or podcasting or anything creative like this, but it's the worst face to face because you got all these people in your energy trying you, wanting to benefit off of you. They're like two-faced, full of shit, and you're like, I don't trust you, I don't even want to fuck with you, get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna go hang out with some swans for the day. I'm gonna go hang out with some swans, eat broccoli, and chill by myself and have a picnic and drink some non-alcoholic ginger beer. Not rooted, of course. So like I said, when you know a bully's doing dumb shit online, like posting videos at you but not to you, making their content about gaining off of bothering you, or you know somebody who's making new accounts to comment nasty comments at you, you don't have to be quiet and go away. That's what they would want. Instead, somebody does a video that benefits off of causing you a problem. Go ahead and drop a comment directly into their comment section if you know for a fact that they're doing that. Even if they ignore it and continue to do what they're doing, you won't be told from them what's really going on, but you'll sense the change of energy. You will feel it because they know they can't stop you. They know they would never say that to you from their official account. They know they would make a fake account to comment it to you because they want to stay in your energy, but they don't want to take accountability and they're selfish about it. Then you're weak. You just said gaining up against me in numbers was power, but you're being weak. And then when you step into your power, if you do get a little bit more aggressive, suddenly, like, you're not aggressive the way they are. They want to destroy you. You're just sticking up for yourself. But they switch from the aggressor to the victim role. Hey, did you leave me any nasty comments lately and didn't like what you got back? You didn't expect that reaction? I would bet not, because you're probably used to people letting you do it. Oh, hi, maybe you were misinformed. But this isn't for the bullies. Yes, not giving up and building my own success is a part of the win for me, but teaching others not to let people fuck with them, for me, is a greater reward than whatever I manifest from recording music or just posting comedy videos. At the same time, though, I know I deserve what I work for, and I know things will get better eventually, because everything I said is 100 in today's podcast. Any person who was a bully, or any person who is gaining things by using me as a subject to better themselves for their own personal gain, they're going to sense the change as much as I did when the energy shifts from cheering my losses and being giddy about it to the quivering lip of sadness. The glossy-eyed crier who breaks down behind the scenes just as much as we used to break when we had nobody to talk to and nobody to help us. But we're not the ones who are broken anymore, are we? Because we healed ourselves. They were already broken. I don't think they ever healed. We just reminded them that whenever we chose to take our power back, if you're somebody like me who's been bullied a lot, whether we get a lot of support or not, we never stop moving forward. Continue to persevere. Never put up with any shit from anybody. They can't stop you. Not everything is doom and gloom. So if nobody has anything nice to say about you on Instagram or X, if you're putting out stuff and not getting the recognition you deserve, go ahead and delete it, I guess. They didn't stop you. You just stopped giving it your time. As for YouTube, though, the reason why I'm on it is because I'm not really just a guy for any random person to hone in on and fuck with. But if you do fuck with me and make problems out of nothing, you're fucking with somebody who has a lot of talent and somebody who's also not dumb. You're fucking with somebody who knows clout chasers, narcissists, bullies, and backstabbers all too well. So either you're bringing yourself to your own demise by using me as a way to come up, or I'm bringing you back down to where you once wanted me to be, because you won't leave me alone, and I won't leave myself for your benefit, since it's meant for me and not a bully or group of people to pick on me. But this is totally selfless. I just wanted to be a musician. Now that I have a way to share how I came out of feeling broken and how I healed myself because I've been bullied my entire life. I can teach others who experience similar things not to be tragedies or statistics, but game changers. Anything these clowns ever gained off of hurting me or hurting you, watch it fall as fast as they gained it. Chances are the ego will fall, never to be seen again. Once the ego falls, so does the false sense of entitlement, the fake love, and competition for the validation of a person who couldn't give a fuck what happens to you. Treat them the same and never let anybody stop you. If you guys want to subscribe to the channel, I'm always here to help. You don't gotta be somebody who has talent and does music like me in order to stand up for yourself. When people start to fuck with me on the internet, they already know I was into music, so they just didn't realize I'm not going anywhere. They can't stop me. You don't gotta play games if you want me and your energy, but if you're a bitch to me and you're disrespectful, or you use me for clout, I may not want you in my energy. Hey, in some rare cases, maybe somebody who once bullied me can win me over. Or I might change a few opinions as well, but it's not really what I signed up for. I wasn't thinking about that shit. If you want to stay connected to me and you like me, the best way is to try saying hi. Try saying hi. If I don't say anything back, either I'm ignoring you on purpose, or I don't say anything because I didn't know what to say, I guess. But if you're full of shit or you're working with other people behind the scenes, chances are I'll already know it. Bullies are not the reason I'm here. I don't hate the idea of making friends and new partners, but I hate fake people who use me and try to swindle their way into my life for selfish reasons, not because they like me or want to be around me. So energy is the most honest thing. Even when we spit out words, we vibe entirely different with people when we're around them. Because I want to see the bully get surprised when I show them I'm not this pushover, even if I was just maintaining myself and holding back for my peace. That's why I play this monster character and really over-exaggerate it just to fuck with people. So I'll be like something 10 times worse than Sergeant Hartman from that messed up movie. But it's a combination of dramatics, theatrics, and transmuting energy and releasing energy that was never mine to begin with. It doesn't mean because I'm putting on a show for YouTube or I'm putting on a show with music that when you have a conversation with me, if you aren't full of shit, I won't be your friend. The ugliest thing to me a person can do is to say being nice is a turnoff, though. Well, I'm probably going to be nice anyways, and even be polite about it. But if you get that dramatic monster character out of me, then you know you must be doing something wrong, because you're more than likely not somebody who is nice and not somebody who I would want in my energy in my life, especially if you get the monster, overly dramatic Hartman style character. But there's a fine line between joking around and being playful than being that person who is straight up taking things too far. And dramatic monster characters are mostly playful and fun and comedic, but you can find some alchemy in that message as well. Maybe it's somebody who's just asking to be put in their place when you show them that side of you. The best thing a person ever did for me was destroy my ego, because I never again put myself in a league above anybody else. And I don't give them credit for destroying me. I give myself credit for healing and learning that I'm not better than anyone and nobody else is better than me. But I'll also never put anybody in a league below me, which I think is only fair. And you should never view yourself as better than someone else or less than someone else. Otherwise, you're missing out on your own life, and you just need to worry about yourself and your happiness. Until next time, it's Brain44 signing out.